Alrighty, so obviously it's still crazy to me, but Scarlet Black Shadow is dropping for New Year's, right? The New Year's Pilgrim has been confirmed to be Scarlet Black Shadow, and almost every single person is losing their goddamn mind because not only is it going to be Scarlet, but for the people who were Scarletless, yes, were Scarletless, you now have Scarlet. Congratulations, including your boy. But I can already see the biggest problem with this Scarlet, and I've mentioned it a lot of times. I said I was gonna make a dedicated video to that, and that's what this video is, right? Um, anyways, like I was saying, yeah, so Scarlet is dropping, and obviously everybody's happy. But the biggest problem with this character, right, is that she's dropping on Nikke. And the biggest problem with that is the community. Now, obviously, if this was anybody else, if it was Crown, no matter how good or bad she was, not necessarily bad, right? Because I think that's still gonna be good 1,000,000%. But no matter how good she is, right, even if she's not best unit in the game, a lot of people would be okay with it, right? I could already see what's gonna happen when it comes to this Scarlet. If this Scarlet is not better than the OG Scarlet, I can already tell you the community is going to rant. Reason being is because this Scarlet came out on the beginning of the game. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to rant. Why would I complain about a Scarlet? I don't have one. I can't be, you know what I mean? But I can already see, just based on all past incidents and how this community drags the littlest things ever, I already know for a 1,000,000% fact. And I'm not just talking about like the Red Hood incident. That was valid, sure. But I'm talking about just all issues combined that we've had this last year. I can already tell you if this Scarlet is not better than the old Scarlet, community is going to complain, right? And it's not going to be hard for them to surpass this Scarlet, especially with the introduction of burst 1, 2, and 3 units. It doesn't even have to be a burst 1, 2, and 3 unit. Honestly, she could be a burst 2 and 3 unit as well, right? That's what I'm kind of expecting her to be. I'm expecting her to be just a burst 2 and 3 unit. I'm expecting the Scarlet to be just a burst 2 and 3 unit. If she's not, then that's fine. But she's definitely going to be a burst 3, right? The thing about Scarlet, she's a 1,000,000%, or not burst 3, an attacker. She's 1,000,000% DPS. That's it. She could be only a burst 2 DPS, but again, I don't know if people would complain about that, right? But if she's a burst 3 DPS, a lot of people would complain about having to run Scarlet, and a lot of people complain because this Scarlet is going to be better if that's the case, right? And the reason why is you could probably like, oh, why not just run them on the same team? And that's because there's actually no room for your main team, right? In terms of like your different 5 comps for solo raid and union raid that comes once a month, sure. But for your average team, there's not enough room for both of them, right? You have either the schoolgirls or the bunny girls, and that requires, the bunny girls require you to have 2 burst 3, and you have Red Hood, and then you have to pick somebody else, right? And then the schoolgirls force you to bring another burst 1, so then you have to pick either, again, Red Hood most likely, and then one of the Scarlets if that's the case. But yeah, the thing is, she's just gonna, on release, she's gonna be very hype. I think everybody can agree this is probably I don't know if I would say this is probably second most hype we've had this year. Right, I would say she's definitely more hyped than Dorothy. It seems like on release, she seems to be way more hyped than Dorothy. I don't know if I'd say she's more hyped than Red Hood though, right? I don't think so. Red Hood was anniversary. She was just way too hype. Red Hood was way too cool, right? I think it dialed down a bit for Red Hood because she wasn't as crazy, or she was pretty good on release, but just not best in the game. But I think this Scarlet is probably second most hyped character, and this is oh my god, I cannot wait. Chat, I'm trying to tell you boys, I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, bro. But yeah, the problem, I mean, it's not even a problem. The thing with this Scarlet though, it's not going to be hard for this Scarlet to get surpassed. I feel like a lot of characters have done it already, right? Or at least got close to doing it. The problem with this Scarlet is that she's literally only damage. She has nothing else to offer you besides massive damage. So how do you surpass that? You just make a character who can hit harder and do more, like Red Hood, right? I would say Ludmilla's a stronger DPS, right? If we're going based off their best situations with the core and stuff like that. I mean, I guess everybody would say that, right? But yeah, when it comes to this Scarlet, she's just a what's it called? She's literally just a damage dealer. Now they could nerf this character, mind you. Just because they're the same character doesn't mean they're meant to have the same weapon. Now, obviously, I pray that, like, I pray on everything that Scarlet has an AR, because any other weapon would be unfortunate. To be honest, there should not be a rocket launcher, should not be a shotgun, it should not be a SMG. That would be the worst, right? It should be an AR. Keep the weapon the exact same, right? Keep the weapon the exact same, and then just make this deal like 40 something percent, maybe, right? And then whatever you want to do with the skills, by all means. But I think she should be burst like maybe at least 2 and 3, right? For the New Year's character, I would really like to see that, right? God, Scarlet, you're so in terms of like actually what I want her to do, I don't know if I want her to have support mechanics, like some type of support mechanic for the entire team. Like, imagine if she had this effect where after 10 normal attacks, she gave like maybe a lesser attack buff, like maybe like 15% of an attack buff that stacks up to 5 times, but she gave it to all allies and she didn't lose HP for doing it, right? Right. Obviously, I would like that for like just a support mechanic, right? Give everybody like a massive attack buff. She doesn't necessarily need to do that, but if you guys remember, she kind of was helping out Dorothy when fighting Cinderella, right? Not necessarily like helping her in like supporting, but like assisting her in fighting, I guess, right? If you guys remember. So I don't know if they're gonna go based off of lore. If they go based off of lore, I don't remember. Is this Scarlet old? I think, is this Scarlet stronger than this Scarlet? I don't remember. I forgot I forgot. Because this Scarlet is older, right? This is like the current Scarlet, and then this is the older Scarlet, right? So I'm assuming she just evolved back here, but now this Scarlet's drunk. Like, this Scarlet is so different. Mind you, she has red eyes back then, right? Like true samurai type, you know what I mean? And then Red Hood Tattoo was insanely strong. I'm just not as strong as her. So lore wise, she should be. I want her to be the second or best character in the game. I would be fine with Red or Scarlet being the best or second best unit in the game. If she's not, then it's whatever. I'm not gonna complain, but I know you guys will, right? I'm sorry that you guys feel like I'm just coming after you, but I've seen it too much with this community. I've seen complaining after complaining after complaining for no actual reason besides the anniversary one. Right, and even still, the anniversary one, she was a good character. She was like he was still top 5, guaranteed. But because she was the anniversary and like, you know, the strongest character in the game, lore wise, I understand why people were upset that she wasn't the #1 best unit in the game. I understand that. But Scarlet, I personally, for someone thinking from someone who doesn't have Scarlet, bro, I don't know if it's gonna be that crazy where like it's that serious that you're gonna drag it to the point where the other Scarlet, like, I don't know, maybe you guys want the other Scarlet to get surpassed. I mean, I would, right? How would it would be literally one thing about the Scarlet right now is everyone's like, oh, you only have one and you have half a Scarlet, right? If this Scarlet ends up being better than this Scarlet, then it's over. Then this Scarlet's just superior, right? She looks cooler. She's clearly more hype, right? This Scarlet is clearly more hype than this Scarlet since she came out release. But yeah, burst 2 and 3, hopefully. Massive DPS with some support mechanics, right? Actually, they could make her a defender and have her skill off HP. That's what they could do. That would make her crazy. If she's skilled off of HP and they did it correct, like how they did with 2B, what they didn't do correct for 2B, I feel like. But if they make her skill off of HP, her damage skill off of HP, she actually will hit very, very hard. Just give 2B's kit, but like times 10 the multiplier. Literally, she hits hard. Hardest hitting character in the game, guaranteed. But you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. So let me know what you guys want this Scarlet to do. Let me know if you're going to complain. Let me know if you will be upset if she's not better than the old Scarlet. That's what I want to know the most. Let me know. It's your boy Zxous. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.